I know. Bruce is doing 2 strokes. Go figure. So I'm going to just try to see how this one runs. It's a weed whacker. And I'm going to try and keep the camera and you guys, as far as the subject is concerned, involved. It's really hard for me to do. I get into the trouble, right? Oh, that's nice. I get into the trouble, and then I totally forget you guys are there. So this is how I clean the filters. This is the gas filter. Right? And then I take it off, if I can. Yep. And I blow back this way. And that usually clears these cartridges, these cartridge types. Alright. So, that's going to work, I think. There it is, it's in the bottom. So let's put some 50-1 in there. Save a little bit for me on a different machine. And the gas tank. Now we're going to pump it to see if we get fuel through it. Are you still there? Yes. If you take the cap off, you can see the return. Not going. Oh, it comes. There. So it should, in all reality, start and run. Joke. Sorry, that's a bad joke. Full joke. You with me now? I just took this out of the shed and it's cold, right? It's funny. It's coming. It's cold. It's gonna fire. There we go. There's something wrong with the way the wire's sounding here. I think there's more wire there than we need. Oh, that's good. It's just beating itself up. Now, after all that, let's check the air filter. It's a little Torx. Right there. Torx. Probably a T25. A T25, Mr. Wilson. Now, you guys, there's not enough of you guys out there that are old enough to remember the Green Acres. There was a guy on there. His name was Mr. Haney. And he was always trying to sell Mr. Wilson something. So he'd put, you know guys, I used to have those suspenders that, well, they don't fit, well, they're hanging up, they're covered with paint now, but he'd go, "Have I got a deal for you, Mr. Wilson? Genuine bone rocks." And he was Mr. Haney on Green Acres. And I apologize to my younger friends if you don't know who that is. But you know, when you're older, you remember weird stuff from the past. I think I'm just going to, that's clean. I just took, there. That came off of there. And I'm just going to, I think it's fine. I probably did this earlier in the spring. I thought this thing needed a carb clean, eh? So, but it seems like it doesn't. So I'm going to try it again. Open a door. Again. So I don't know if this one needs a diaphragm or not. Partial choke. Oops. I don't know. It'd be kind of fun just to pop a diaphragm in there, wouldn't it? Could I do it without taking the carburetor off? That would be kind of cool. I don't know. Okay, here's my replacement Walbro diaphragm. I'll take this off of here if I can, carefully, because I want to use this gasket over again, right? And the gasket goes down first. Now let's just take a tiny bit of carb spray right now and see if we can spray through the needle. I don't think we can. Where's the throttle? I should pour a little gas on that so it doesn't hurt any of the rubber. I'll do it over the floor. It's not much. Okay. Now I just have to separate this diaphragm. That's good. Da 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 da. I got Frank Sinatra in my brain today. Start spreading the news. Okay, let's see if we have the technology to do this. And you guys are looking almost. Eh? There's the diaphragm and the gasket, or the whatever. See if we might have to use a pair of needle nose to lay that in. It's still hot, eh? Good. Now, the cover goes on just like this. I got my smaller JIS. Are these a JIS? No, but you can use a JIS screwdriver on a standard Phillips, but you can't use, well you can use a regular Phillips on a Japanese screw, but they don't fit that good. So if you've ever found yourself fighting with Phillips screws, it's a bit of a twist on this one, so I'm gonna. If you ever find yourself fighting with screws, they could be a Japanese industrial standard on there, eh? Sorry I'm in the way here, I'm just threading all 4 of these in before I tighten them up. Okay. 1, 2, crisscross pattern as always. It just gets to be a habit, right? 3, and that one doesn't want to go, so I'm going to use the flat blade on it. Because they're offset, eh? They're just behind the plastic. Okay, let's just see if this runs any better. Are you ready? And I bought a set of these small carburetor screwdrivers. Best thing I ever did. So let's do this. Half choke. Oh, prime. We got to get some juice back into that diaphragm, right? Half choke. Okay, there aren't enough O's in smooth to describe that. So now the only other thing it's doing is it's making a little bit of a racket from the inner, what do you call it? Yeah, it's even a little hot. From the inner, it's kind of like a speedometer cable. I've got speedometer cable grease from the old days. I'm going to see if I can get this out of here. I don't know what's the best method to getting that out. I think right from there. Yeah. I don't want to spend too much more time on this because you can buy these for $120 Canadian. Right? Okay, some more. So I got more used Walbro diaphragms and I've got 9 new ones left. Yes, I bought them in bulk. I'm bad. But you heard how nice it runs. Now, let's just get our Torx in here and disconnect this and see if we have an issue. I want to get that drive cable out of there. Guess I'll have to do both. There we go. That might do it. Yes. Now, orientation. Straight up. There we go. Yeah, it's dry. So I just got some speedometer cable grease and we're going to stick that on there. Where did I put that? I think I'm going to have to close the door. It's getting cold in here and I think I'm going to have to dig that out of my grease pot. My grease box. I call it the grease pot. So I'll be come back in just a minute with that grease. Alright you guys, I have had this since the days of my Camaro. And I am just going to lube this up and hopefully I can get it back in. Hopefully I can get it back into the slot at the other end of the tube. Are you getting any of this? It's icky poo poo. Let's do the half of the cable first. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, now the other half. Okay. Shove that in there. Yeah, it's turning. Good. Okay, I'm going to just dry my hands off as best as possible until we get this together. This goes in here at 12 o'clock. Alright. There. To there. Nope, like that. Nope, like that. Just like that. There it is. And then I think that's pretty good. And then we tighten that up. You with me? Yes, you are. I don't want to hear that rattling sound inside the tube, eh? Do 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 do. Okay, now. Where's the other side? Perfect. I just have to find the other end. Life can be a challenge sometimes. There it is. You know, there must be a little hill underneath this metal bench I work at all the time. And of course I dropped a screw too. Dope! Let's get it started. There's one, you have to watch with small engine stuff. There's one side that has a bevel, right? And I think the bevel goes down. I think that's got it. Oh, darn it, popped out. This is the stuff that frustrates people about small engines. You have to be kind of mentally buoyant. You can't get too frustrated when you want to throw it across the room. Now if I can just get that in there. There's no real evidence as to where that cable goes past here. Right? Oh, right, those little brackets right by my middle finger there. Now I just got to find enough screws to put this thing back together again. Two. Good. It's not going to fall apart now. I'll go find that screw. I'll be right back. Just because I turned the camera off, that means I found the screw right away. I'm anxious to see if the if that cable is any quieter inside the tube. With my old speedometer grease. One, two. We have throttle. 3 and 4. We'll pull the rope, see if we have movement. Yes, we do. Okay, this is the big moment. And we'll see how that new half choke